So next meal is a vegetarian gumbo. This is loaded with flavor and spice and so many different ingredients. A veggie version of the Louisiana classic. So we'll get started with what's in it. We are using butternut squash. We have onion, celery, poblano peppers. We have whole tomatoes that are crushed. I have zucchini, some pinto beans, and star ingredient, okra. And then we have, of course, our vegetable broth, salt and pepper. We have some red wine vinegar and some fresh chili hot sauce, fresh chili paste. So, and we have some flour here just to kind of thicken up the sauce to make a roux. So, and I have some oil in my pot. So we'll get started on that. So this comes together really fast in 30 minutes, a really quick dinner that you can make, and it's really, really wholesome. So I have some oil in here that's heated up, and I'm just going to add my flour, and we'll stir this while we sort of cook the flour and just make a roux and stir it in to make a thick sauce. So we'll be cooking this for about 10 minutes until it gets a deep brown color. So just kind of stir it into the pot as you go on medium heat for about 10 minutes. Okay, so it's nicely browned, and I will add my vegetables. I'll add my onion, celery, poblano peppers, and our butternut squash. So we'll just stir this and let this cook about 5 minutes until the vegetables are softened. I like that you can find butternut squash in the frozen food section with the frozen vegetables. It's interesting because I couldn't find butternut squash in the store that I went to, fresh butternut squash. And this is the frozen variety, and it comes diced. So lots of options. And the frozen one is just as good as the fresh. It's obtained in peak ripeness and packaged, so it works just the same. And you know, it's diced as well, so you don't one less thing to chop. So we'll let this cook for a few minutes. So our vegetables are now just warm. I will add my vegetable broth and the crushed tomatoes. And I will add salt, some salt, and just leave the bit of pepper for the end. So we'll bring this to a boil on high heat. Okay, so our mixture has come to a boil. We'll add in our okra. And we'll just turn down the heat. And I'll add in my zucchini. We'll let this simmer for about 5 minutes, then we'll add the rest. Okay, so our okra and zucchini have been simmering for a couple of minutes. I will go ahead and add pinto beans. It's loaded with vegetables, so much wholesome goodness in this. So we'll let that simmer. And I will add my black pepper, our red wine vinegar, and hot sauce. This is sriracha. You can also use fresh chili paste, depending on how spicy you want your dish. You can choose to omit that too. So everything is mixed in. We'll just let this cook for a couple, simmer for a few minutes, and then our gumbo is done. It's nice and thick, and it will also thicken as it continues to sit in low heat. But your 30-minute meal is done and dinner is served.